When all efforts fail, only Allah remains. When a servant of Allah faces the hardships of life, the first thing he does is try to overcome them through his own efforts. If he fails, he turns to others for help, kings, rulers, or the wealthy. When he is ill, he seeks out doctors. But when all these efforts fail, only then does he turn to the Creator, the Almighty and the All-Powerful, humbling himself in prayer and pray. As long as he can still rely on his own strength, he will not ask for help from others. And as long as human help is available, he has not truly sought refuge in Allah. However, when even divine help seems delayed, he continues to praying, humbling himself, praising, and pleading with anxious hope. Allah allows him to tire in his prayers until finally he grows disenchanted with all worldly affairs. At that moment, the will of Allah begins to manifest through him. He withdraws from worldly concerns, abandons earthly means, and leans entirely upon the spiritual. At this stage, he sees only the will of Allah, the great and the mighty. He reaches the state of tawheed oneness, and upon attaining haqq wal yaqeen, the certainty of truth, he realizes that in reality nothing acts except Allah. There is no mover or halter by him. There is no good or evil, gain or loss, benefit or harm, giver or withholder, beginning or end, life or death, honor or humiliation, abundance or poverty, except by Allah's will. A servant before Allah is like a baby in the hands of a nurse, a corpse in the hands of the washer, a ball in the polo player's mallet turning from one state to another without any power of his own. He dissolves completely in the will of Allah. At this level, he sees only God and His decree. He hears and understands nothing but Him. When he sees something, it is His will. When he hears or knows something, it is His word and His knowledge that he perceives. Truly, he is enveloped in divine grace, brought near to His presence, becoming noble, content, joyful, and at peace with His promise, relying upon His word, turning away from all but Allah, yearning for Him, and remembering Him constantly. His conviction in Allah, the Great and the Mighty, grows ever firmer. He depends solely upon Him, guided by Him, clothed in the light of His knowledge, and honored through His wisdom. Everything he hears and remembers flows from Him. Thus, all gratitude, praise, and worship belong only to Him.